working in Yosemite National Park. We did chaplaincy work on the weekends, but then during the week we had to work a secular job so we could have a reason to live in the national park. And so I was working as a waiter, and the captain of the waiting team, captain of the kitchen, the dining staff, is what they called us, was a young gal. She was maybe 1 year older than me, but she had the foulest mouth I have ever heard on a woman in my life. I think she taught sailors how to talk. But every sentence that came out of her mouth, there had to be an expletive in every sentence. And I was really concerned about that. And I was praying about, God, what can I do, Lord? I want to minister to Debbie, and I want to see your life, change her. And the Lord says, I'm going to tell you what to say. And I'm going to tell you when to say it. And He spoke to me one sentence. And He said, but don't say it until I tell you to say it. And so I was working for a couple of weeks around Debbie, hearing her every sentence with at least one expletive in it, until that one day, you know how they have the swinging doors between the dining room and the kitchen? And so there was a busboy going in the door with a tray full of dirty dishes, and a waiter coming out that same door with about 5 dinners, in those little, metal chrome domes, and I mean it was a 5-star dining room, by the way. Anyway, so he's coming out with the tray, over his head, and about 5 dinners stacked up on top of it. And for some reason, the busboy and the waiter tried to go through the door at the same time, and kabam! There's this huge crash, and there's china breaking, and there's crystal breaking, and there's silverware sliding all over the floor, tinging and tanging. And I'll never forget a roast duck sliding right across the middle of the dining room floor. Oh, it was chaos everywhere. I was just a couple of steps away when that happened. And Debbie stepped up just about at the same instant I did. And the Holy Spirit says, now. And I turned to Debbie and I said, you're too beautiful a lady to say what's about to come out of your mouth. She looked like she had been hit by a ton of bricks. And you want to know something? I never heard her use another expletive the rest of the summer I worked with her. The worst that I heard come out of her mouth was one time she said, dang it. God changed her life. God delivered her without me laying hands on her, without me speaking tongues over her, without me doing anything except speaking a prophetic word into her life when the Holy Spirit says, I'm going to tell you what to say, when to say it.